know that 80% of self-made millionaires admit their biggest breakthroughs came from environments they once felt unworthy of entering? Today, you'll discover how stepping boldly into unfamiliar worlds can unlock not just profit, but a new sense of identity. And I'll reveal one mindset shift most entrepreneurs never see coming. What's the boldest place you've ever gone just to learn? Share your answer. Or challenge yourself to visit somewhere that intimidates you this week. Have you ever wondered why some businesses, despite working tirelessly day and night, never seem to break through, while others, sometimes with less visible effort, seem to soar effortlessly, attracting wealth and respect? What if I told you that the very thing holding most entrepreneurs back isn't a lack of talent, resources, or even connections, but a silent, invisible barrier rooted deep within their own mindset? Imagine for a moment that the key to transforming your entire business, your income, and even your life is not about doing more, but about thinking differently. Picture this: a small business owner pouring their heart and soul into every client, every project, every late night. They believe that if they just work harder, if they keep their prices low enough, eventually the world will reward them. But what if this belief is the very trap that keeps them running in circles, never quite reaching the success they dream of? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most small business owners are prisoners of their own pricing. They fear raising their fees, convinced that customers will flee at the first sign of a higher number. They believe that value is measured by affordability, that being reasonable is the only way to compete. But what if that's a lie you've been told your whole life? What if the secret to real growth, to real freedom, is hidden in the very thing you're most afraid to do? Charging more? Let me share something that might shock you. The clients who pay you the least are often the ones who demand the most, who question your every move, who drain your energy and your passion. Meanwhile, the clients who pay you the most are often the easiest to work with, the most respectful, and the most loyal. It's counterintuitive, but it's true. The market doesn't just reward hard work, it rewards courage, confidence, and the willingness to value yourself at a higher level. Why do so many entrepreneurs settle for less? Because somewhere along the way, we were taught that being humble means playing small, that asking for more is greedy, that success should come with struggle and sacrifice. But what if humility is not about undervaluing yourself, but about recognizing the true worth of what you offer? What if your fear of raising prices is actually a fear of stepping into your own power? Think about the world's most successful brands. They don't compete on price. They compete on value, on experience, on the story they tell, and the feeling they create. They attract clients who are willing, eager even, to pay a premium for something extraordinary. And here's the secret. You don't need to be a global brand to play this game. You just need to shift your mindset to see yourself and your business through a new lens. This is not just about money. It's about breaking free from a cycle of scarcity and stepping into abundance. It's about serving your clients at the highest level, creating real transformation, and building a business that sustains your dreams instead of draining them. The question is, are you brave enough to challenge everything you've been told about pricing, value, and success? If this resonates with you, if you feel that spark of possibility, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Your support is what motivates us to keep creating powerful, game-changing content that helps you transform your business and your life. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you, what would happen if, starting tomorrow, you doubled your prices? Not just for the money, but for the clients you would attract, the respect you would command, and the freedom you would unlock. Would you dare to find out? There is a silent divide running through the world of business, a line that separates those who chase the masses from those who serve the few. Most entrepreneurs, almost by default, find themselves on the side of the majority, playing what I call the volume game. They believe that the path to growth is paved with numbers. More customers, more transactions, more hustle. Their days are spent in a relentless pursuit of scale, thinking that if they can just reach enough people, success will inevitably follow. But what if this is nothing more than a mirage? A never-ending race that leaves you exhausted, invisible, and replaceable. In the volume game, you are constantly at war with price. Every competitor is a threat. Every new entrant a reason to lower your rates just a little more. You're forced to streamline, to cut costs, to automate and standardize until your business is indistinguishable from the next. The pressure to deliver more for less becomes suffocating. You become trapped in a cycle where your worth is measured not by the impact you create, but by how cheap you can be. The irony is that the more you sacrifice to win the crowd, the less loyalty you inspire. Customers in this world are fickle, always ready to jump ship for a better deal. The only certainty is that you are always one discount away from irrelevance. But there is another world, a quieter, more exclusive realm, where the rules are entirely different. Here, entrepreneurs play what I call the high-end game. They do not compete for everyone's attention. Instead, they focus on a select group of clients who value something far beyond price: experience, trust, transformation, exclusivity. In this world, less truly is more. You may serve fewer people, but each relationship is deeper, more meaningful, and infinitely more profitable. The clients you attract are not looking for bargains. They are searching for the best, for something that speaks to their identity and aspirations. Operating in the high-end game requires a different kind of courage. It means saying no to the masses so you can say yes to the few who truly matter. It's about crafting an offer so compelling, so tailored, that it becomes irreplaceable in the eyes of your ideal client. This is where you move from being a commodity to becoming a category of one. Instead of racing to the bottom, you rise to the top by delivering an experience that cannot be duplicated, a sense of belonging that cannot be bought at any price. The rewards of this path are profound. When you step into the high-end game, you are no longer bound by the limitations of scale for its own sake. You can afford to slow down, to be intentional, to invest in quality over quantity. Your work becomes more creative, more fulfilling, and more impactful. You build a brand that stands for something, a reputation that attracts not just clients, but advocates and ambassadors. The stress of constant competition fades, replaced by the satisfaction of mastery and the joy of serving at your highest level. And yet, so few make the leap. The allure of the crowd, the comfort of playing it safe, the fear of narrowing your focus, these are powerful forces. But the truth is, the most extraordinary businesses in the world are not built by serving everyone. They are built by serving someone, deeply, uniquely, and unapologetically. The choice is yours. Will you remain lost in the crowd, or will you dare to step into the rarefied air where true value, loyalty, and freedom reside? To truly succeed in serving affluent clients, one must look beyond the surface of wealth and possessions to understand the intricate psychology that shapes their purchasing decisions. The motivations of the wealthy are not simply rooted in the pursuit of luxury for its own sake. Rather, they are driven by a complex interplay of desire, identity, and aspiration, a pyramid of needs and wants that is both subtle and profound. At the apex of this pyramid lies the pursuit of status. For the affluent, status is not merely about outward displays of wealth, but about affirming their place in a world defined by distinction and rarity. Every choice, from the car they drive to the art they collect, is a statement, a silent language that signals success, taste, and belonging to an elite circle. They seek products and experiences that elevate them, that allow them to stand apart, not because they need validation, but because they have come to view their life as a canvas upon which their achievements are displayed. The desire for status is not about arrogance. It is about the quiet confidence that comes from knowing one's worth and wanting that worth to be recognized by those who matter most. Yet, intertwined with status is an acute appreciation for convenience. Time for the wealthy is the most precious currency. Their days are filled with decisions, responsibilities, and opportunities. And so, anything that saves them time or simplifies their life is valued far beyond its price tag. They are willing to pay a premium for seamless service, for solutions that anticipate their needs before they even articulate them. It is not just about efficiency, but about the freedom to focus on what truly matters: family, creativity, vision, while the minutiae are handled by trusted experts. This pursuit of convenience is, at its core, a pursuit of autonomy over one's own life. Exclusivity forms the next layer of motivation, manifesting as a desire to access what few others can. The wealthy are drawn to experiences and communities that are carefully curated, where entry is limited and every detail whispers of intentionality. It is not enough to own something expensive. It must be rare, imbued with a sense of privilege and belonging that cannot be replicated. The allure of exclusivity is not just about being separate from the crowd, but about being part of an inner circle where relationships, opportunities and experiences are shared among peers who understand and appreciate each other's values. As wealth grows, so too does the need for privacy. In a world where attention is currency and exposure can be both a blessing and a curse, the affluent place immense value on discretion. They seek out brands and services that offer not only quality but also confidentiality and respect for their personal boundaries. Privacy is not just about avoiding the spotlight, it is about creating a sanctuary, a space where they can be themselves without fear of judgment or intrusion. This desire for privacy is a testament to the vulnerability that often accompanies great success and the need to protect what is most precious. Finally, scarcity acts as a powerful motivator, igniting a sense of urgency and desire that transcends rational calculation. When something is hard to obtain, its value increases exponentially in the eyes of the wealthy. Limited editions, one-of-a-kind pieces, and exclusive opportunities become symbols of discernment and achievement. Scarcity is not simply about possession, it is about the thrill of the chase, the satisfaction of acquiring what few others ever will. It is a reminder that, for the affluent, the ultimate luxury is not just in having, but in having what is rare, exceptional, and truly unique. To understand these 5 motivations is to gain access to the inner world of the wealthy. It is to recognize that their decisions are shaped by a deep longing for meaning, connection, and distinction. A longing that, when understood and honored, can transform a business relationship into something enduring and extraordinary. Translating the deep motivations of affluent clients into practical business strategies requires not just insight, but also a willingness to reimagine the very nature of service and value creation. It is not enough to simply understand what drives the wealthy. True mastery lies in shaping every facet of your business to honor those desires, transforming them into a sustainable competitive advantage. This process demands creativity, empathy, and the courage to step beyond conventional boundaries. One of the most effective ways to engage affluent clients is through the creation of premium, highly personalized offerings. These are not just products or services, but carefully crafted experiences that reflect a profound understanding of the client's individuality and aspirations. Personalization becomes a language of respect, signaling that you see each client not as a transaction, but as a unique world unto themselves. This often means going beyond the expected, anticipating unspoken needs, tailoring solutions with exquisite attention to detail, and never hesitating to raise your prices when the value delivered justifies it. In this space, pricing is no longer a barrier, but a reflection of the exclusivity and depth of what you provide. Adopting elevated service models such as white glove, concierge, or private membership programs further amplifies your ability to serve this discerning clientele. These approaches are about more than luxury. They are about trust, intimacy, and the cultivation of long-term relationships. By offering dedicated support, proactive problem-solving, and seamless convenience, you become not just a provider but a partner, someone who stands beside your client at every step, quietly ensuring that their experience is effortless and exceptional. Membership programs in particular create a sense of belonging and privilege that extends beyond any single transaction, fostering loyalty that is both emotional and enduring. Scarcity and exclusivity can be woven into your business model through thoughtful design and intentional limitation. This might mean releasing products or services in limited quantities, inviting only select clients to participate in special launches, or creating invitation-only events that are cloaked in anticipation and allure. The sense of being part of a rarefied group, of accessing something that is not available to the masses, taps directly into the desires that define affluent behavior. It is not about exclusion for its own sake, but about crafting moments that feel meaningful and memorable, moments that clients will cherish and share. Privacy and security must be treated as sacred commitments. In a world where information is both asset and liability, investing in robust confidentiality measures is not optional. This includes not only the implementation of advanced data protection systems, but also the rigorous training of staff to uphold the highest standards of discretion. Non-disclosure agreements and clear protocols around information handling communicate to clients that their trust is paramount. When clients feel safe, they are free to engage more deeply, to share their true needs and desires, and to build a relationship that is grounded in mutual respect. Finally, the journey does not end with the initial sale. The most successful businesses serving affluent clients are those that remain in a constant state of listening and adaptation, regularly soliciting feedback, engaging in meaningful dialogue, and demonstrating a genuine commitment to continuous improvement are essential. Every interaction is an opportunity to refine your offerings, to surprise and delight, and to ensure that each client feels not only satisfied, but truly valued. In this way, you move beyond the transactional and into the realm of transformation, building a brand that is synonymous with excellence, discernment, and lasting impact. To truly thrive in the world of affluent clientele, the first and most transformative step is a fundamental shift in mindset. Too often, we approach the wealthy with a sense of distance or hesitation, believing that their world is closed to us or that their standards are unattainable. But this is an illusion, one that quietly limits our potential and narrows our vision. The reality is that success in this segment does not belong to those who simply admire from afar, but to those who are willing to immerse themselves, to observe, to learn, and to grow alongside those they wish to serve. It begins with the courage to step into new environments, to seek out the places and experiences where affluent clients live, work, and play. There is immense value in simply being present, in the lobbies of luxury hotels, in the quiet corners of high-end boutiques, in the refined atmosphere of exclusive clubs and restaurants. These are not just spaces of consumption, but living classrooms where you can witness, firsthand, the subtle rituals and expectations that define the affluent experience. Pay attention to the smallest details: the way staff greet their guests, the unspoken codes of courtesy, the seamless orchestration of service that leaves nothing to chance. Each observation is a lesson, an invitation to elevate your own standards and reimagine what is possible in your business. Dare to challenge your own assumptions about value and pricing. The affluent are not drawn to what is simply expensive. They are drawn to what feels exceptional, what resonates with their sense of self-worth and aspiration. This is your opportunity to redefine what you offer, not by competing on price, but by creating something so distinctive, so thoughtfully tailored, that it commands a premium by its very nature. Do not be afraid to raise your prices when your service or product truly merits it. The willingness to set ambitious standards is not arrogance. It is a declaration of belief in your own value and a signal to your clients that you are committed to delivering nothing less than excellence. But growth in this arena is not a solitary journey. The most resilient and innovative businesses are those that embrace collaboration and knowledge sharing. Seek out mentors, peers, and partners who understand the nuances of serving affluent clients. Engage in honest conversations, share your insights, and remain open to feedback. Build a community around your work, a network of individuals who are equally committed to learning, adapting, and excelling. When you contribute to the collective wisdom of your field, you not only accelerate your own growth, but also help to raise the standards of the entire industry. Above all, remember that serving the affluent is not about chasing profit at any cost. It is about creating lasting value, forging genuine relationships, and leaving a mark of distinction in everything you do. The rewards of this path are not measured solely in financial terms, but in the satisfaction of knowing that you have made a meaningful difference in the lives of those you serve. When you approach your work with humility, curiosity, and a relentless drive for improvement, you unlock new possibilities, not just for your business, but for yourself. Let this be your call to action. Step boldly into the world of your most discerning clients, embrace the challenge of continuous evolution, and commit yourself to the pursuit of excellence. In doing so, you will discover that the true gateway to sustainable success is not just understanding the affluent, but becoming someone worthy of their trust, loyalty, and admiration. The journey begins with you, your mindset, your actions, and your unwavering belief in what you can achieve.